Have you ever wondered why some women just can't stop thinking about certain men, even when these guys are not the most beautiful, rich, or even the most speakers? Yeah, there is a secret code of male body language that activates something in the female brain, something she herself can't explain, but she feels. Did you know you have a gesture that activates the female emotional radar, and she doesn't even realize? Yes, a simple body behavior can trigger deep attraction instinct to a woman. And we're not talking about ready-made sentences or cheap seduction tricks. We are talking about silent but extremely powerful communication. This is the kind of thing that the most magnetic men dominate, and that you will understand today. The truth is that most men are screaming verbally, trying to impress with words, status, forced presence, while the men who really conquer lasting are those who speak with the body, with small gestures, with the right look, with the right posture. They understand that attraction is not logical, it is instinctive, it's emotional. Research in evolutionary psychology shows that the female brain has been biologically programmed to capture signs of unconscious value, especially linked to posture, eye contact, space control, and the way man reacts emotionally in social environments. And maybe you've never paid attention to it, but your body is talking all the time. The question is he saying that you are a man of high value or someone who begs for attention? The difference between the two is in a subtle detail that you will still understand in this video. This detail may seem small, but when you apply the right way, something changes in the way women perceive you. It is as if you light a silent warning inside her, something that says, "This man is different. This man has something that I want to understand better." And the best of all, this gesture is natural. It doesn't depend on beauty, money, or an incredible chat. It's something you can start using today, even if you have never been confident with women before. If you are tired of being ignored, to be seen as just a friend, or worse, to strive and not to be noticed. So you need to understand how to activate this feminine radar with your body without having to say a word. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about now. But before we dive into this powerful technique, I need you to do something now, something simple, but it will show that you are really committed to changing your posture in relationships. Answer me here in the comments. Have you realized that the way you behave, even in silence, influence the way women react to you? Talk to me in the comments, because this is not just a video, it's a movement. A movement of men who are leaving the zone of insecurity and assuming control of their own presence. This space here is for us to exchange real idea. Then comments, share your experience, your doubt, or even that situation that you didn't understand what went wrong. We will change this game together. And oh, if this content has already started to open your mind, click the like now. This shows to the algorithm that this type of video has value and motivates me to continue bringing direct, practical, and without winding content. Enjoy and subscribe to the channel, because what I will show you in the next few minutes is just the tip of the iceberg. Activates the bell too, because I'm going to release more techniques in the coming weeks, and each of them will make you increasingly irresistible, more confident, and more prepared to achieve and maintain real relationships. Now, if you are ready to finally find out the gesture that makes any woman think of you without stopping, take a deep breath. Pay attention, because what comes now can completely change their way of relating to women. Let's go. Now, yes, let's go to the point. The gesture that makes any woman think of you without stopping is not an exaggerated movement, not a forced attitude, let alone something that seems rehearsed. It is made up of 3 simple elements, but when used together, they have the power to access the emotional side of the female brain and trigger an almost instinctive response of curiosity, desire, and silent attraction. It starts with your body posture. Men who have a slightly inclined posture backwards, not to look sloppy, but relaxed, comfortable, as in control, convey security, dominion, and a sense of non-urgency. And this is the first trigger. A woman perceives quickly when a man is eager to please and when he is only being he, centered and quiet in his own space. The slight slope back with open shoulders and chest slightly projected says a lot without saying anything. I'm not here to impress. I'm here because I chose to be. The second point is the side look with a slight smile, not a wide smile, not an obvious laugh. We are talking about that little, subtle, almost imperceptible gesture that mixes lightness with mystery. When you look sideways at her, keeping this micro smile on her lips, what you are communicating is that you are analyzing, observing, and is not 100% delivered to the situation. This look says, I'm curious, but not desperate. And that's where magic begins. The woman feels that there is something in you that she needs to decipher, and the human being by nature wants what he does not fully understand. This look, when done naturally, generates emotional tension, and more than that is present in her mind. Now comes the third element, perhaps the most neglected by men, the break before answering. Imagine the following scene. You are talking, she asks a question, and instead of answering immediately, as 90% of the guys would do, trying to keep the conversation flowing at any cost, you just look at it, take a break from a second or two, and then respond calmly. This little moment of silence, this absence of haste, is perceived in a powerful way. It's like you say, I'm in no hurry. I think before I speak. I'm not here to run after, but to change. And this gesture, as simple as it seems, totally changes the dynamics between you. This trio, relaxed and dominant posture, side look with subtle smile and purposeful pause, sends clear signs that you are a high-value man who feels good on his own skin, who is not trying to be approved, but puts himself as someone who chooses. And the female brain, trained by thousands of years of evolution to identify men who show power and emotional control, deeply reacts to these signs. It's not rational, it is biological. She starts thinking of you not because you said something amazing, but because you made her feel something rare, a kind of tension she doesn't feel with anyone. And here's the detail that few say. This silent sexual tension is what makes you unforgettable. When you speak little but transmit a lot with your body, it watches you more. When you don't give yourself up, she wants to understand more. When you leave spaces, in gestures, silences, look, you invite her to fill with imagination. And female imagination is your greatest ally when it comes to lasting attraction. If you have ever noticed that a woman kept looking at you differently after a simple gesture, or even commented something like, "You are different from the other guys," comments down here with, "She realized." And if you never had this experience, I commented on, "Now I understand the game." And these comments help me understand if this content is really impacting you and motivate me to bring even more techniques like this. I want to see you engaged here in the comments, because this is for those who are ready to turn the game. Now, holds firm, because what comes next will further elevate your power of silent influence. Now that you understand how this silent body signal can completely transform the way a woman sees you, it's time to learn how to put it into practice in your daily life. Because it's no use just knowing what works. What makes you different from ordinary guys is to apply naturally, authenticity, in a way that really works for you. So come on, the first thing you need to do is train your own body perception. You will not master this kind of body language just watching videos or reading about it. The first real step is to look at yourself with more awareness. And the ideal place for this is in front of the mirror. It may seem simple, but few men do it with intention. When you're alone, stop for a few minutes, relax your shoulders, project your chest, slightly lean your body back and observe. See how you position yourself. See what your posture says about you without you talking a single word. Then start practicing the lateral look with micro expressions. Train this look in the mirror or even recording small videos of yours. Analyze your own expression. Does it convey curiosity, mystery, security? Or does it seem forced, uncomfortable, insecure. The goal here is not to create a character, quite the contrary. What you need is to integrate this gesture into your personal style, and that only happens with conscious repetition. If possible, severe conversations of you. It can be in casual encounters with friends or even a video climate. And note, is your body language communicating what you really want it to communicate? A common mistake of those who discover these techniques is to try to apply everything forcibly. It never works. Never. Women perceive falsehood with absurd accuracy. They do not need logic or rational evidence that their emotional captures small inconsistencies in their behavior. If you try to play the confident guy, but internally is feeling insecure, she realizes. If you force a gesture, but it doesn't match your energy, it feels. Therefore, you need to be true with what you are showing to the world. There is nothing more attractive than a man who dominates his own energy. A guy who knows what he is doing, who occupies the space without asking permission, but who doesn't have to prove anything to anyone. And all this begins with conscious and intentional practice. Over time, these gestures will become part of who you are, and the most powerful. It's just that when this happens, you begin to perceive different reactions around you. Women who previously passed beaten now look back. Conversations that previously died in seconds are now loaded with tension, curiosity, attention. And that's where the game turns, because you stop running after and start to be remembered. You become memorable not for the words, but for the sensations it causes. And all this starts with your body, with the way you position yourself, how you observe, how you react. So my advice is, start today. Stop right now for 5 minutes, go to a mirror and watch the man there. Is it conveying value, or are you asking for attention? Just becoming aware of it, you start to change. And I want to know about you. Have you tried to adjust your body language in some situation? Have you noticed how small changes in your gestures or how you position yourself affect the way women treat you? Tell me here in the comments. And if you have had any situation where you felt more confident just changing your posture, right here, I saw the difference. And if this is all new to you and is opening your mind now, comments starting from scratch. I want to know at what point of the journey you are. And look, if you enjoyed this technique, subscribe now on the channel, because in the next video, I will show you the fatal body language error that destroys your entire presence, even if you are applying everything right. A gesture that, if you are doing, may be sabotaging all your attraction without you or realize. So activates the bell, leave the like, and let's continue this transformation together. This is just the beginning.